To me, I found not feeling left out kind of challenging. It's a challenging part because when we first entered the university, there's so many activities and so many events that we want to join everything at once, but we just can't. Like there's a limited time to what we can join, what we can do. So I think that it is okay that sometimes we don't join all the events and meet all the people, but it's proper that we find the right people and we attend the right events that are suitable for us, and not just because I might feel left out if I don't join with this friend, or I might feel left out if I don't join this activity. It's okay to not join some of them, but um, the most important thing is that we find the things and people and activities that are suits us the most.
I would say balancing my time with when it comes to different aspects of my life, so academic, social, and obviously time for myself as well. I thought that was very difficult at the start because I always thought that a lot of the pressure that comes is focused on my academics. I always need to be the best at this or to get the best grades possible. But, over time, I've improved my time management skills and my organization skills, and I've been able to have a much more fulfilling university experience because not all of my time is eaten up by studying. I'm able to freely go out with my friends without having that guilt or anxiety of being like, oh, I should be studying. But instead, I'm actually enjoying my time, which I think is such a big part of university experience to be able to focus on that point.
I think the most challenging would be the cultural differences because back home I was just brought up in one country and I did not experience any differences of some sort. Or even I might be used to the differences that exist here. But then once I arrived in UK, the cultural differences, like for example, the drinking culture. I don't drink, so I realized that it is a very common thing for students to hang out and drink. So I was a bit worried that I wouldn't be able to make a lot of friends because most of them they have their social group or they interact with a cup of beer or whatever. Because there would be people who don't drink as well, and there would be people with you have more in common with, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to force yourself to drink if you don't want to drink. But if if you have things in common, then you can just go ahead and do what feels comfortable for you. You can just be yourself. I have to keep stressing that because I found most people to be in a very different stage when they started their year, and then as they moved on, I realized who they actually were, and I got to know my friends more, and I talked to them, and I even told some of my friends that they seem different right now compared to the beginning, and then they told me that they were trying to be someone who they're not, just so that they can make friends. You don't have to go through that. You don't have to put yourself through that. You can just be who you are, and you would get the friends that you actually need and you actually want. So make sure that you don't force your personality or don't change anything just for maybe like one person or like a group just so that you can fit in. Just make sure that you are who you are and just be comfortable with it. And that's all that matters.
I think celebrating holidays and birthdays away from home was one of the things I found very difficult. One instance, I didn't get to go home for Christmas because of COVID, so I was stuck at uni. And obviously my parents and my sister were back home. I was obviously very fortunate to have my other sister with me, so it wasn't as lonely as it would have been if I was by myself. So I think being an international student, or really just students, being away from home, missing your parents, and not being by their sides during holidays is one of the hardest things. Just because homesickness is during that time is when it hits the most.
Yeah. So that is where like technology steps in. The world of technology is so good. We can just video call our family and friends, and take away that loneliness, talk more to them. We can also like take up the time to meet with friends. I would say go on more traveling, day trips and all that. So we can build up relationships, but in the same time, we can also spend away that time and holidays with loved ones.
It's also like really good to add and to know that Reading, University of Reading offers a lot of events in when it comes to holidays. A lot of the societies offer events where you can celebrate Christmas beforehand, so it doesn't feel as lonely anymore because you have other people who are also not home. And so you're surrounded by those who are experiencing the same things as you are.
The Home at Halls and the Home at Halls app, they also regularly hold events so that students who are living in halls over the holidays, they get to spend some time with other flatmates. Like, for example, last year Christmas, we had an event where there's like hot chocolate drink. And everyone was just gathered together, drinking hot chocolates, playing with lights. So it was a very good experience.